Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. This is V with Pharaohs Tarot, and I'm here with your weekly elemental air game reading. Thank you so much for being here today. I truly appreciate all of y'all, okay? Your cards are pulled before I get started. We will never reach out to you for personal readings or donations. If you would like to book a personal reading or give a donation, all the information is in the description box below, okay? Make sure you tap in with our summer sale still going. 30% off all tarot readings, all right? Visit our website, www.PharaohsTarot.com. Select the reading you would like, head straight to the checkout. The coupon is already applied. All right, Aquas. All right, earlier on I had the Pisces label as Aquarius. So shout out to the gang for letting me know that. But so I'm here with y'all reading, okay? So you have the Moon, Nine of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Hermit. So yeah, there was some sort of loss that was affecting your work. So something, perhaps the way that you work or the type of job that you work. Something was affecting how you move. It's like you were waiting on permission to go forward. You, I don't want to say validation, but it's almost like you needed like a go ahead. It's like maybe you didn't believe that you could do it or something like that. It's like this energy of making a decision in a new start. You would have to make another investment, and maybe that threatened your stability that you had acquired. It's this energy of like going for another, leaving one job to go to another one. Like you weren't sure if you're going to be making the same amount or doing the same things or something like that. But you have the Knight of Wands coming in straight out of the Three of Wands. So whatever it is that you decided, you was out the gate with it. Maybe you were moving too quickly and the divine had to step in with this Hermit energy to kind of tell you to slow down, come back into yourself, take it one step at a time. But you got a burst of energy from somewhere, okay? They're really highlighted in red, so maybe like you're something dealing with your root chakra. But you had the Queen of Wands, like coming out of that Hermit mode. You were revitalized. You go from a knight to a queen. Okay, this helps you become more stable. You were stabilizing the energies. Like perhaps with this Moon card, you were learning. You were learning about partnerships. Maybe even you were learning about like, you know, how to protect yourself in partnerships. Like write the correct contracts, the correct verbiage, the correct like. In not NDAs, like non-disclosure, like something like that. You knew you needed a partner to go to the next level, but it was something that the divine was trying to slow you down so you can like really make the best decision. You got the Queen of Wands here, yes. Very protected. You like I said, copyrights, legalities, and all that stuff. You're attracting a lot of energies here. You could have a spiritually based business, something very creative. You're very expressive at this time. So whatever you create and whatever you decide, do it from the heart, not from any other place. You know, you want to be wise in how you move and you want to be shrewd in business. But at the same time, you also always want to make sure that you bring a certain uniqueness to the marketplace. Just being yourself. You're one of like the most unique signs here, just in how you display yourself and just your train of thought. You naturally think outside of the box. Like you don't even see a box. That's why you have such a valuable place, not only in the marketplace, but in friendships and relationships. So it's just like honoring that within yourself. Yeah, you go to the Six of Wands and you got the big Emperor right there, Aries energy. So yeah, like I said, some sort of promotion. This is you running your own company. This is you leading groups of people, okay? And so there's some sort of ending to you just being a part of the game, and I know that may be challenging. It's like going from, you know, just one person in the crew to now you're a supervisor, you're a manager. Or if you were a supervisor or a manager, now you're going up the chain to like an office, to like a you know, executive something, CEO, or you're starting your own business, and now you're having to like move a little different. Or maybe you're getting married or something like that, and so you know you still love your single friends and things like that, but you can't. You not only not that you can't, but you don't want to do the same things. Like you're not in a single energy anymore. You have a different role, so it's like you really stepping up to the plate and allowing this ending to happen so that you can move into this stability right here. All right. If whatever this is, you kind of saying no to like third parties things, like maybe like gossip groups or like It's showing, I never really noticed this girl hand was balled up. Okay, maybe some of y'all just really used to be fighting or something. Yeah. Too grown for all that now. Okay? Something like that. It's like you know, maybe some of y'all want to actually buy a house instead of continuing to rent. It's some sort of level up that needs to happen so that you can bring in the finances, the resources, and know how to manage those resources once you get them. Okay? Because this emperor is made up of several kings. And so the king that you're really strengthening right now is the Pentacles, like getting more stable, valuing the hard work that you do. And that's a major part of allocating your resources, your time, and your money. When you really value what you do, you work hard for what you get. You're not just like spending irrationally, or just like hanging out with people and that's not really enriching your time. Okay, because you're not getting that time back, so you're just being more mindful about that. Okay, so you got the Magician here. Yeah, you realize you have all the tools you need, and you're going to continue to manifest from a place of abundance now. Okay, you may have been doing like a lot of self-help, internal balancing, a lot of womb healing, a lot of sacral chakra healing, something like that, Aqua. Okay, now you have like the Nine of Swords with the Two of Wands, the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, with power comes responsibility, and maybe you're fearful of making the wrong step. This Capricorn energy, maybe you're fearful of time in some respect, that, you know, it's bound to, you know, bound to crumble all again. You know, those are toxic thoughts, and you just want to let those fly by. You don't want to dwell on them. Okay, every thought that comes through doesn't need to be dissected, aren't even your thoughts all the time. Okay, and so that's up to you to get, you know, more aware of yourself and more mindful of the daily practices that you implement to ensure that you are grounded and protected before you leave the house. If you work from home, before you interact with other people, it's things, something like that. Okay, you could be very sensitive at this time. So a lot of spiritual cleansings, you know, 3 times a week if you can, to take a spiritual bath, depending on what you're doing, but at least once a week, bare minimum. But you're entering a new cycle, and you see on this card, in the traditional card you can actually see, but this is like a devil energy there, and on top is like the Sphinx of like forward motion, internal balance. Okay, and so you're leaving that behind. You're leaving all this toxic thinking behind. You're leaving all of that, and the divine is going to surprise you with an overflow of love. For some of y'all, it's going to be the love of your life. For some of y'all, it's going to be the actual overflowing of emotional validation for you taking a risk in business, taking a risk and following your heart and doing what you truly love for work. It's going to start to pay off. Okay, this could be having, like, you know, just a release of crying, happy tears, something like that. But it's coming in for you, Aqua. Okay, you have the 5 of Cups, everything is fine. 8 of Swords, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. And the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. They want you to, it's low-key kind of sound like tentacles, because they know they say you're like the octopus, like the alien of the zodiac. Okay, so maybe you always have your hand, the number 8, you have your hands in a lot of different things. And so because of that, or because, like I said, you could be like a deep empath, you feel a lot of things. And so because of that, you want to make sure you're grounded. It's a lot of Swords energy here. But what I'm getting is that divine wants you to hold on to that truth. You are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Okay, and that's the energy that you want to manifest from. That's the energy that you want to invest from. Okay, so just be mindful to be in a high vibrational space whenever you make a decision, whenever you make an investment, something of that nature. You always want to go from there. Okay, and leave all this stuff behind, because everything is fine. It's letting you know all this stuff, all the hurts of the past are all in the past. Everything that's happened has already happened. That's done. It only lives and remains alive if you keep feeding it mentally. And so mental detox, physical detox would be great. You got the I'm doing the Shaman Oracle card pull, but before I do, like the video, please. It would be really helpful. Share this out. Subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you as part of our community. We're over on TikTok as well, where we do go live. So tap in at PharaohsTarot and on Instagram. All right. Everything else you need is in the description box below. So you have the sweat lodge with the council. Yeah, like I said, you may be doing a detox, like literally going to saunas on a regular basis, or at least once. But this is also you being okay, maybe doing some shadow work, like, or literally like sitting in the dark. That's what this card suggests, and lighting a candle and really communing with the divine. There's something that needs to be made light, something that needs to be illuminated. Okay, and the way that you're going to do that is like this person is like going, so this person, it looks like a dark area, but on the inside is really a light. So it's something that's sort of been holding you back from releasing. Okay, like something that's like crystallized and hardened around your beautiful soul or something like that. It's kind of deep, but it is, that's what it's given. And on the bottom you have the Rainmaker. This is like abundant energy, just waiting to be released with this upper world here. You may be getting some like, you know, like cosmic downloads or something like that, and like maybe you're not able to process them properly because of some wounding. Like you want to be, like I said, become grounded so that you can get these messages. Drink more water so that the energy flows better. Something like that. But you also have magic in the city. Yeah, y'all are some magical beings. Okay, maybe it's time that you embrace that and start to trust that energy and start to move like a magical being. Start to move like someone that's really tapped in. Okay. Okay, yeah, give up. Now we're in these human bodies, and we have to acknowledge the physical world. Okay, it's like you can't be too, don't be too heavenly minded to be no earthly good energy. Okay, you got to be in balance. But by you not embracing this side of yourself, it may be causing you a lot of mental turmoil and like inner angst. Okay, so you just want to be mindful of that, and you know, make sure you collaborate and partner with people who are on your wavelength. It may not be the same as the crew in the past. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to, you know, stop loving people or, you know, be dismissive of them, but you are vibrating higher. You need to be fed in a different way. Pardon me. You need to be fed in a different way. So friendship connections, romantic connections, business connections, all need to be on the same wavelength. All right, so hopefully this was helpful, Aqua. If it was, like, share, subscribe, and talk to y'all next week. All right, namaste.